Welcome to the step-by-step video guide for you who want to knit the Air vest, blouse, tee. What is this little odd knitting really? Well, you can wear it on top of a shirt or a dress, over a long sleeve tee in the winter, or even in the summer with a nice bra or a plain top underneath. So this one will give you lots of opportunities to combine with other lovely pieces from your wardrobe. It's an extremely easy and quick knit, and you will straight away want to knit another one. I like to have a plain sort of classic one and a more sparkling one for happy days. However, there are some traps, and I'll take you through that in this step-by-step video guide. So, let's get started. Unpacking yarn is such a thrill, and here I got lovely new skeins from Painter's Yarn. For my size, I will need 2 skeins of the super chunky merino. That is a 70 meters per 100 gram. I've chosen this, one of my favorite colors, the Grand Budapest Hotel, and for that I will have this coffee color for the lace yarn. So this blouse is worked, let's call it a tee. Air is worked with 2 different types of yarn, the chunky merino and the lace kid mohair. It is worked in 2 different types of brioche, 2 different colors. We're working on very large needles, and therefore you'll also be finished before you get started. Yes, I'm now ready to cast on the number of stitches for my size using a circular needle, 8 millimeters or US 11. In the cast on, I use both yarns held together, the yarn A and B. And I cast on the number of stitches I need for my size, just like that. I have already cast on for my size, and now I will join the work for working in the round. First of all, I will place a marker. Very important when working brioche. I place my marker number 1, and then I will join for working in the round. So with my marker number 1 on my right hand needle, I will join for working in the round, and I use both yarns held together and purl all stitches on this round 0. Make sure to drag it tight here in the beginning of the round. Purl all stitches all the way until you meet marker 1 again. Make sure to work fairly tight, as this is a neck opening and it can get too loose. Don't worry if you think it seems small now, it will be totally alright. It will open up once knitted. So this was our round 0, and we now have these little purl knots all way round. You can see on the finished piece that this is exactly also what we have here, these purl ridges. And now here comes the rib, the brioche rib. It's easier detected on the wrong side actually, so don't let yourself confused by that. I mentioned you might find some traps in this knitting, and one of the traps is remember to place a marker. This is really crucial, otherwise you can lose track of where you are. So whatever you have a nice numbered marker, as I have here, or you have some of your own favorite markers, just don't work the air blouse without using markers. Now we'll start the 2-colored rib, brioche rib pattern, and for that I will use my color B. I will slip the marker, and from now on I will work with 1 yarn at a time only. So the working yarn I will place at my left side, and the resting yarn at the right side so they will not get tangled. Here we go. This is the repeat for round number 1. Knit 1, knit 1, and slip 1 yarn over. That is, slip 1 purlwise, yarn over needle, like that. Now the stitch has 1 yarn over. So knit 1 and slip 1 yarn over. Here you go. The slip 1 yarn over, knit 1. So you need to have the yarn be in front of your right hand needle and then slip 1 stitch purlwise so that the stitch now has 1 yarn over. When knitting the next stitch, the yarn over is locked to the stitch, or now it can stay here. So the very simple thing to do is slip 1 yarn over like that. You need to have your yarn in front of your right hand needle. It doesn't matter with the left hand needle whether the yarn is behind or in front, that makes no difference. This is the repeat for our round 1 all the way. Knit 1, slip 1 yarn over, continue until you meet marker 1 again. Now at the end of the round, there's just one more knit 1, one more slip 1 yarn over, like that, and I will make sure that I'm on the right track by looking. This is a slip 1 yarn over, and at the beginning I had a knit 1, so that's a good check. Slip the marker, and now again twist the yarn. Old yarn over new yarn. The yarn I've finished, I'll twist over the yarn that I've stopped with. Now switch yarn or replace your skeins so that your yarn will not get tangled. So this is very important to use markers to be able to keep on track with this pattern. So now round 2 is a slip 1 yarn over on this stitch, like that, and a brioche purl 1 on the stitch with its yarn over. So that is, brioche purl is purl the stitch and its yarn over together. Purl 1 like that. Slip 1 yarn over, again the same as previous round, and then a brioche purl 1, which is purl the stitch and its yarn over together. And yarn over and a brioche 1. Yarn over. I prefer to have my yarn in front of the needle when making a purl 1, but you can do as you like. So the trap at this point is you need to be absolutely sure that don't get confused. It has to look a bit messy right now. You can't really see the rib pattern yet. You might be able to see a little bit of it on the wrong side, but don't worry, it will be fine if you just continue. A few rounds more, you'll be able to see the pattern. So the slip 1 is always made on the stitch that has no yarn overs, and the purl 1 is made on the stitch with yarn overs. Slip 1 like that, and the brioche purl 1 on the stitch with a yarn over. A bit hard to see this very thin lace yarn, but continue like that to marker 1. At the end of round 2, here we are, purl and slip marker number 1, twist the yarn and replace skeins like that. Now round 3, I'll just tighten up the yarn just a little bit, is a brioche knit 1. The stitch and its yarn over is knit together, and a slip 1 yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip 1 yarn over. Again, the brioche stitch is made on the stitch that has a yarn over, and the stitch that has no yarn over gets a yarn over. Now you can just slightly begin to see the shape of a knit stitch, and this is the trap I was talking about. The thing is that in this pattern we use the kid mohair for the knit stitch in the 2-colored rib pattern, and it's hard to see until you've worked at least 5 or 6 rounds whether your pattern is right. But you can easier see that on the wrong side, so you can turn around to make sure if you are on the right track to see the wrong side. It is, however, totally on purpose that it is the fragile part we will want to use for the right side. Let's continue. This was round 3. So now it is really just continue to repeat round 2 and 3 for as many rounds as mentioned in the pattern, and then you'll see the pattern more clearly. You can already now get a hint of the rib coming up. So the repeat in round 4 is slip 1 yarn over, brioche purl 1, all the way. Round 4, a repeat really of round 2. Now we are at round 5, just to make sure you're absolutely on track. The repeat in round 5 is a knit 1, brioche knit 1, slip 1 yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip 1 yarn over. That is the repeat for round 5, a complete repeat of round 3. I have now finished my neckband, and now you see the pattern clear. It is still fragile, but you can easily see the knit stitch performing one part of the 2-colored rib in brioche. Of course, on the wrong side, it's so much more clear what happens, but it is this fragile, fine side that we want to have facing in this project. So now we will change into cloud brioche, and from now on we will not twist the yarn, and we will on this round place the markers and change to a needle size 10 millimeters. Oops. And that is the US 15. So I will slip my marker number 1 to my new needle. Oops. Like that. Yeah. Oh, it's also on that one. It can be a bit fiddly to change needle and establish a new pattern, so take your time, don't rush, slow down your knitting process when establishing a new pattern. So the repeat says slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 1 yarn over. So here we have the stitch, this mohair stitch, and it's yarn over in chunky merino. So we slip it and give it another yarn over. Then we have a purl 1, a brioche knit 1, that's a stitch and it's yarn over, brioche knit 1, and another purl 1. This is the repeat, so I'll do again a slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 1 yarn over, and I will do a purl 1 on a purl stitch. I'll do a brioche 1 on a brioche knit 1 on a knit stitch, and a purl on the purl stitch. Repeat that until you have the number of stitches mentioned in your pattern. Notice that when you look at your knitting now, you will have a stitch with yarn overs here and then 3 single stitches. I have now made the stitches until so I need to place my marker 2. This is marker 2 placed, and I will continue the repeat. Slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 1 yarn over, purl 1, brioche, knit 1 and purl 1, and I will continue that again until I will have to place my marker 3. And then I'm ready to place my marker 3 after a certain number of stitches, and I will continue the repeat until ready to place my marker number 4. Sorry for the noise. Like that. And then when ready, place marker 4 and continue all the way to the end at marker 1. My marker 1 has fallen off, but I'll just place it again. So now here comes round 14 in the pattern. This is my second round of the cloud brioche. And I've now placed all the markers, and this indicates the sleeve, the back, and the front and the sleeve and the back. So I always start working the back of my top. And remember, there's no twisting of yarn now. I will continue working my yarn B for 3 more rounds. First stitch is a slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 2 yarn overs. 1 yarn over in yarn B, 1 in yarn A, and the stitch. So slip that and give it another yarn over. Oh, I didn't. Have to sort of tighten my yarn up a bit here. Let's try again. Slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 2 yarn overs, 1 in yarn B, 1 in yarn A, and then the stitch. And here I have my purl stitch. Tangle up a bit. Yeah. Purl 1 on the purl stitch. And knit 1 on the knit stitch and purl again. So this repeat, the repeat is always on 4 stitches in our cloud brioche. This repeat says slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 2 yarn overs, and then purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Let's just try it once more together. You see the stitch here and has 1, 2 yarn overs. We slip that stitch with its 2 yarn overs and give it another yarn over. So now it has 3. Purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Continue until you reach next marker. I am now at marker 2, and I simply slip my marker from left hand to right hand needle and continue my repeat. Slip 1 yarn over on the stitch with 2 yarn overs, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Continue like that all the way, pass all the markers like that, slip them simply, and then let's meet at marker 1. Here was my marker 1. Now I'm ready for the next round, round 15. Slip a stitch that has already 3 yarn overs and give it another yarn over. So slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that has already 3 yarn overs, 1 and 2, 3, and the stitch. And then purl 1. Look, I can't find my purl stitch, but it's because it has just mingled up with the knit stitch. And if you suddenly feel you need a stitch, there's a stitch missing, very often it has simply crawled into the other one like that. You will definitely also experience that. So purl 1 again, knit 1, purl 1. The repeat says slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 3 yarn overs and purl, knit, purl. Just one. I told you I think this is an easy pattern, and one of the things that makes it easy is that you could really say knit as stitches show. You have a stitch with yarn overs, you make a stitch with yarn overs on that stitch. You have a purl stitch, you purl. You meet a knit stitch, you knit. Purl stitch, purl, and so on. So this is round 15, just continue to mark 1. This was the end of round 15. Here comes round 16. Slip the marker. The repeat in round 16 says slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 4 yarn overs. Look at the yarn overs, 1, 2, 3 in color B in kid mohair, and 1 yarn over in the merino, and here we have the stitch. So slip 1 yarn over on a stitch with 4 yarn overs. Purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Repeat this all the way to your marker 1. Here is the end of round 16. I will slip my marker. Now I will change the yarn.
And now we are ready for step 4, the raglan increases.
So we have to swap. Make sure not to twist the yarn at any point here. Let's just place marker B yarn all the way to the right and have your yarn A at the left. This is our first raglan increase. So what we say now is brioche knit 1, that is the stitch with its many yarn overs. The stitch is actually this black kid mohair thread, and all the others are yarn overs. So I will say brioche knit 1, but leave the stitch on the needle, yarn over, brioche knit 1, yarn over, brioche knit 1, and now slip the stitch off the needle. Make sure to do this fairly loose, not too tight. This is my increase, my raglan increase. 1 stitch has now turned into 5 stitches. My middle stitch here and the 2 at each side. Right. I will just show you once more. Place a stitch back on my needle here. So again, it is a brioche knit 1, but leave the stitch on the needle, yarn over needle, brioche knit 1, leave the stitch on the needle, yarn over needle, brioche knit 1 for the last time, and now slip the stitch. Then work the repeat purl 1, slip 1 yarn over, purl 1, and brioche knit 1 on a stitch with its 5 yarn overs. It is, yes, 5 yarn overs. This is not an increase, so you just brioche knit that one. This is then the repeat. There's the purl 1, slip 1 yarn over, purl 1, and brioche knit 1. The stitch with the many yarn overs is worked as a brioche knit 1. Repeat this until you are 3 stitches before the next marker. My brioche knit 1, and now I am 3 stitches before the next marker. I will work a purl 1, slip 1 yarn over, purl 1, and then I will slip the marker. There you are, my marker number 2. I will work a increase on this stitch, so a brioche knit 1, leave the stitch on the needle, yarn over, brioche knit 1, yarn over, brioche knit 1. 1 stitch has turned into 5. And then here comes again our repeat. The purl 1, slip 1 yarn over, purl 1, and brioche knit a stitch with 5 yarn overs. Make sure they're there, like that, and continue like that all the way to marker 1. When you get 3 stitches before the next marker, you do the purl 1, slip 1 yarn over, purl 1, just as I showed you right now. Yeah. Now I am at the last 3 stitches of my round 1, the raglan increases. I also work them, purl 1, slip 1 yarn over, purl 1. Here I am at marker number 1. Let's do a bit of recap now. We have worked 4 rounds in our yarn B, our mohair, and 1 round in our chunky merino, our yarn A. We will continue that routine all the way through the project. 4 rounds of mohair, 1 of merino. So now again, in our round number 2, we will move our merino to the right and the mohair to the left. Again, be very aware not to twist the yarn. We have now 4 new stitches. They are in little clusters like that at all the markers. Make sure to check that you did remember to make new stitches at all markers, because you cannot repair that if you forgot to make new stitches at one of the markers. And as the last bit of a recap, we have made all in all now a total of 16 new stitches. So we will go to round 2, color B. Remove the marker 1 and then knit 1, purl 1, place marker 1 again. Here, continue. Slip 1 yarn over, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. And this will be our repeat all through the round. There's just one little thing. Here we have a slip 1 yarn over, and that's how it is at all the raglans. But next time we repeat it, there will be a slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 1 yarn over. This is my black stitch with a rose yarn over. So it says slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 1 yarn over, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. This will be the routine all the way through our work. Slip 1 on a stitch that already has 1 yarn over, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. We repeat this routine until 2 stitches before next marker. At those 2 we say slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 1 yarn over and purl 1. Now again, remove marker 2, knit 1, purl 1, and place marker 2 again. Continue the repeat, slip 1 yarn over, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, like that. Continue until 2 stitches before next marker. And here, 2 stitches before marker number 3, which is here. Slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 1 yarn over, purl 1, remove the marker, knit 1, purl 1, place the marker. Slip 1 yarn over, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Continue in the repeat all the way to 2 stitches before marker 4. 2 stitches before marker 4, slip 1 yarn over, purl 1, remove the marker, knit 1, purl 1, place marker 4 again, slip 1 yarn over, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, continue the repeat until 2 stitches before marker 1. And now this is important, we are now 2 stitches before our marker 1. And maybe you remember we have already knit these stitches in the beginning of this round, but we will work them once more. Again, we will say knit 1 on the knit stitch, purl 1 on the purl stitch. On every round after an increase round, we will have this little phenomenon that there are 2 stitches that are worked twice, in the beginning of the round and at the end of the round. That's not a problem. Don't worry. That's just part of the plan. So this was our round where we have removed the markers at all 4 raglan increases so that they are ready, placed ready for next increase in a few rounds. We will continue working yarn B. Here it is. Yarn B for another 3 rounds. So the repeat in round number 3 is slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has yarn overs, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. And for the rest of this work, you'll have to accept that the raglan stitches in the center here always has 1 less yarn over than the other yarn over stitches. So here we have our slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 2 yarn overs, and then a purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. This is the repeat for the entire round 3. Work the round 3 until marker 1. And then we reached marker number 1. Our stitch with yarn overs now has 3 yarn overs. The merino yarn over and 2 mohair yarn overs on the stitch in mohair. Move the marker, get ready for round 4, where the repeat says slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 3 yarn overs, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Again, just slip 1 on a stitch that already has 3 yarn overs, slip 1 yarn over, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Continue all the way to the end of this round, round 4. And at the end of round 4, slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 3 yarn overs, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. So now all the stitches but yarn overs has 4 yarn overs, except for the raglan stitches. They have 1 less. Here comes our round number 5, still working with yarn B. Slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has yarn overs, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. And you might have noticed that we could really say work as stitches show, because here we have a stitch with its yarn over. We work slip 1 yarn over. Here we have a purl stitch and we will purl. Here we have a knit stitch and we will knit. And here we have a purl stitch and we will purl. Continue this repeat all the way to marker number 1 in round 5. And now at the end of round 5, I will still slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 4 yarn overs, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. And here is my marker number 1. So now from now on, this is really a repeat of these 5 rounds, where we will now move our yarn, make sure that we will not twist the yarn. We don't need that one. Not at all twist the yarn, at no point, just make sure. Yeah. And then again we are at a raglan increase, so we will work at our round 6 a brioche knit 1, bring the yarn to the front but leave the stitch on the needle, yarn over, brioche knit 1, yarn over, brioche knit 1. Again we have 5 cluster, the stitches in a cluster with 5 stitches, and we will continue like that all around. So this is now really a repeat, and you can repeat this routine with these 1 round of yarn A and 4 rounds of yarn B for as many times as mentioned in the pattern for your size. And once working, the decreases are very easily counted because they are like little flowers along the raglan line. So you can simply I have repeated my row 1 to 5 for as many times as needed for my size. So now I'm ready for step 5. The increases are easily counted along the raglan line. This is my increase number 1, 2, 3, 4, and my increase number 5 is resting on the needle. I'm ready to divide for body and sleeves once I have made the last increase and the following 4 rounds. So my round 1 with the increase and the 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now I am ready to do the divide. Let's do that together. We will work with our yarn A, so that is to be placed on the left, and our yarn B is left at the right side. And I just need to work 1 more stitch in yarn B. I left that undone so that my marker wouldn't slip away. Right, here we are ready for dividing the work. I'll do a brioche 1, no more increases of course because that's done. A purl 1, slip 1 yarn over, and a purl 1, exactly as we have done all the way through the work. So this is a knit 1, brioche knit 1, a purl one, slip one yarn over, and a purl one. Repeat that all the way to your marker number 2. I am now nearly at my marker number 2. And slip one yarn over, like that, and purl one, and slip marker 2 to the needle. Yeah, I will slip the stitches from right sleeve to this wire or helping line. First bit of them, make sure that they will not drop off, like that. Yeah, here you go. Yeah. And I will remove my marker number 3. Here are my sleeve stitches on this wire. And just tie a knot. I was now at marker number 2. I have slipped my sleeve stitches to a spare needle and I'm ready now to join the work. If you are working larger sizes, you would now turn your work around and cast on stitches. You don't need to do that in the smaller sizes, but I will just show you how it is to be if you are to cast on stitches. So you would then have to remove the marker number 2, cast on a certain number of stitches by using the knitted cast on method. So knit and place a stitch on the needle, knit and place a stitch on the needle. If you have to make 2 stitches, then you make 2 and place your marker so that the marker is again in the center. And then you can make another. Another 2 stitches like this. Place it on the needle, knit a stitch and place it on the needle like this, and then you would turn around and you would continue your work on the left hand needle. In my size, I don't need to make new stitches, so I will just slip these new stitches off my needle, oops, like that, and place my marker number 2 again on my right hand needle. And then I will simply continue in our cloud brioche pattern as you know it. Brioche 1 on a stitch with 4 yarn overs. We have a purl 1, slip 1 yarn over, purl 1, and that is the repeat. And continue in that way until you meet marker 4. Yeah, here is my number 4. I will remove marker number 4 and make sure my stitches will not slip off the needle. Again, I will slip the sleeve stitches to this wire without working them, and I will simply let them slip off my needle one by one so that they can rest while we are working the body stitches only. Here I got my stitches ready to be slipped to this wire. You could also use a spare needle, no problem, but we cannot recommend you use some yarn because it can be hard to find your stitches again when you are to continue the sleeves. Here you go, the last stitch of the sleeve, and then I can remove. Yeah, here's my marker number 1, so I'm sure this stitch also needs to go off the needle. I'll just tie a knot like that. Right. And again, if I was working larger sizes, I would now turn my work around, and I would then again, with using the knitted cast on, knit into a stitch from the wrong side here, knit a stitch. You can place it underneath like this. I prefer to do like that. Knit and place, and continue for as many stitches as mentioned in your pattern. Right, but I don't need to cast on stitches, and many of you will not need to do that, so it's really fairly simple. You place the stitches for sleeve on hold like that, and then you are ready to continue. Here, round 2 in the body, slip the marker, and for this once we do a twisting of yarns in order to join the work, but only and really only in this one little occasion where we start the body only. So do a twist the yarn around one another, and now ready to work round 2. As this was a knit, we do again work knit, and this is a purl, so we do purl, and this was the slip 1 yarn over, so we continue slip 1 yarn over. This was the purl, we purl. So the repeat says knit 1, purl 1, slip 1 yarn over, and purl 1. This is the repeat for the entire round. Knit 1, purl 1, slip 1 yarn over, and purl 1. Now I am at my marker 1 again, and I have a really large gap in the knitting, so I will tighten up my yarn. There will be a gap, but you can minimize this by tightening up your yarn A, slip the marker number 1, and get ready. Again, the repeat here is, again, you know, the first stitch, make it fairly tight. So the repeat says knit 1, purl 1, slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 2 yarn overs, one in kid mohair and one in merino, and here you have a stitch, and a purl 1. So the repeat, knit 1, purl 1, slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that has 2 yarn overs, and purl 1. Repeat that for the entire round. And just note that marker number 1 really needs to stay there, otherwise you will lose track. I wouldn't dare to do this without a marker, even though I'm very experienced in this pattern. Marker number 2 is not that important any longer. But let's meet again at marker number 1. Now, round 4, the repeat says knit 1, purl 1, slip 1 yarn over on a stitch that already has 3 yarn overs, 2 yarn overs in kid mohair, here they are, 1, 2, and 1 in merino, and purl 1. And round 5, knit 1, purl 1, slip a stitch, and make a yarn over on a stitch that already has, what is it, 4 yarn overs, yes, purl 1. Repeat to the end. Now round 6, slip the marker, replace the yarn each, and now make sure the yarn is not at all twisted. I'll take my yarn B to the right side and my yarn A to the left side. I'll make sure that I look at the wrong side, that there is no twisting at all. The yarn A is here and the yarn B is all the way to the right side. No twisting, please remember that. Now I'm ready, and as this is now my knit stitch, it now is becoming a slip one yarn over and a purl one and a brioche knit one and a purl one. This is the repeat, and really I trust that if you are already this far, you now understand the pattern. The purl stitches are always purl, and the funny part is always happening on the knit stitch. And if you have made this knit stitch for these previous 5 rounds, then now is the time where it has to get the yarn over business running. Purl is always purl, and here, as we have a stitch with these many yarn overs, of course we are not to give another yarn over, we are to make a brioche knit one on the stitch with the many yarn overs. So from here on, I trust you will be able to finish your air tee on your own. I hope you have enjoyed this air step-by-step video, because now it is really just repeating these rounds with the pattern, just of course without the increases that we did in the top of the tee. Have fun, and I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you feel that you are thankful for the video, you can thank me by placing your project on Ravelry so that other knitters can be inspired and people can see out there that it's actually possible for you and for everybody else who can do a knit one, purl one and a slip one yarn over. Everyone that can do that can also do an air tee. Thank you for watching, and thank you for buying the patterns on Pure Knit and Purl.